Pittsburgh, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
His effective field goal percentage, a favorite stat of the analytics crowd, has been on the way down over his past 10 games. His game isn't as well-rounded as it needs to be.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Daniel Tice out there with ABC. Then it's Big Cat. Then there's Boozer. And it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. They've got Captain Clutch. Silk is out there with Big Smooth. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. And it's the captain in at the 2. And it's blocked. Here's Captain Clutch. Silk. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, I dunk you very much.
He can really fly. And you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too. And you've got 2 points. Now, here's Schroeder. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Well, about this time of the year, we hear early talk about end-of-the-season awards. When you're thinking about who you'd vote for MVP or whatever, Doris, when do you start giving consideration to those topics?
You know what's fascinating, Kevin, is where all the major awards are considered, particularly the MVP, it feels like there's a narrative that develops back when the season starts. The key as a voter, I think, is to sort of eliminate the noise, look at the numbers, consider the success of teams, and make your decision from there. You've got to make sure you're really doing your research.
And sometimes, am I right, it comes down to the final couple days of the regular season before a voter like yourself knows for sure.
Kev, I have cast my MVP ballot on the last possible day in each of the last 3 years.
Taking 2 shots.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Nowitzki, the pass to Schroeder. And here's Boozer. To the left wing. Just 5 to shoot. Nowitzki, that's for 2. No good from the wing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Now here's Schroeder. 20 points for him last game again.
Well, you also have to credit the way he controlled the pace of the game and was able to create for his teammates.
Right side, Boozer passes it to Schroeder. The shake. And he lays it up and in.
This guy, not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Here's the captain. Off with the layup. Gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Boozer passes to Zipser. That shot off.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
And the shot is good. 6 points for Big Smooth.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Schroeder passes to Nowitzki. Fast break, here they come. Here's Silk. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Zipser. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's face and then go and corral that backboard. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Occupying that instant offense role, Doris. Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Here's Zipser. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 14 feet away. That shot missing. Here's Captain Clutch. He's guarded by Schroeder. Captain Clutch passes to Silk. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And Silk gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. Schroeder outside, and there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Now Tice, taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Clock at 6. Here's the break. Here's Captain Clutch. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Zipser, the pass to Tice. Here's Zipser. Pass to Schroeder. 6 on the shot clock. Now, here's Tice. Can they get it? And it's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Primetime's checked in for Captain Clutch.
Primetime.
Here's Primetime. 23 points for him the last game again. The pass to Big Smooth. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, Greg, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
Maxi Kleba, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Back to Boozer. Pass to Kleba. To the wing right side. Here's Zipser. Up and in on the layup.
You know, that's what he wants more of. Up until now, the accuracy just hadn't been there.
Here's Primetime. Right now, he's averaging 11 points a game. Count the basket.
And they've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
No doubt, Greg. On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
The machine's checked in for the captain.
Benzing.
Schroeder with the ball. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts. Look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Here's Primetime. He's guarded by Schroeder. P passes to Cool Hands. P tips it back in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Passes to Schroeder. Here's Kleba. 8 points his last outing. 5 on the clock. Kamen kicks to Zipser. From deep. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. The shot's good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
With the teardrop, that one doesn't drop.
And you know, you can't impact the shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Kamen. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 6 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Big Cat. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 5 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And clearly, he's having a tough stretch here. But it's all about how you respond to the adversity. That'll be key.
Right, because everyone gets out of rhythm on occasion. It feels harder than it should be, but you've just got to keep working.
Buckets. He's checked in for Big Cat. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 6. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Here's the machine. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Here's Primetime. He's guarded by Schroeder. Primetime offline from the top of the key. P passes to P. Second shot opportunity. And it's Kamen with the rebound. Being a pretty distressing 27% here in the early minutes. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Pass to Kleba for the 3. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Inside. And it's Schroeder missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. Primetime's got 5. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
The pass to Kleba. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 6. Has to be from outside the arc. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Has been tremendous early. Their offense looking primed and ready for this matchup. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Here's Primetime. Passes it to Mr. Moves. And stolen by Kamen. It could go. And he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
And so it's the home team cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. And it's been their rugged...
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with buckets. Then there's B. Then there's the Doctor. And it's Kamen in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the pass to the Doctor. Down low. Nice pass. Nice catch and a resounding dunk.
They feed off the energy of Dennis Schroeder. And when he gets these opportunities, he makes the most of them.
Here's Captain Clutch. Drains the three-pointer. 5 points in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And that one's good. Schroeder
Well, you can see Schroeder willing to take more and more threes. If you're going to stay in the league, you've got to make them.
Williams, and stolen by Kaman. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. To the left side wing. Here's Akpinall, and he dunks it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
To the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Captain Clutch passes to P. Over to the left wing. Mr. moves. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Fast break. Here we go. A pull-up. That doesn't go, but he's 5 for 11. Gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pass to P. Outside Williams from the arc. Sinks the triple. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Passes it to B. Back to Schroeder. Here's Benzing. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's the doctor, just 5 on the clock. Kaman's shot is good. Kaman's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Mr. Moves. Up again. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Kicks it to Schroeder. Lets it go with a 3. Rebound by Williams. Gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Count that one. Captain Clutch has got 7 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson.
They just got overwhelmed. We knew that game was going to be a tough one for them, and we were right.
Sometimes it's about the talent disparity, and it would have taken a massive effort for them to even be competitive, and it was nothing close to that. Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Now the pass to Silk. Here's Big Smooth. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
First free throw is good. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Here's the captain. Hands it from downtown. The captain's got 6.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Zipser. He's got 6. Pass to Tice. Launches it. Boozer can't get it to go.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Upload na yun ni Eric May.
Buckets passes to Zipser. Pass to Buckets. And here's Boozer to stop the run. And off target that time from Zipser.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Pass to the captain. Off target from outside. Gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Out to the wing. Here's Akpanov. No good on the triple. And an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Shoots. Nowitzki, good. Nowitzki's got his first points of the game. I think it's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Here's the captain, and there's the pass to Big Smooth. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Look at Silk. He's definitely got a shot of making it to the top 4 slots this year. We'll just have to see if he ends up moving up.
Listen, I know this guy is hoping he gets the opportunity to be a part of it this year, and it would be a huge disappointment for him if he's not able to showcase some of those phenomenal dunking skills.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
They have a very long way to go to get within sight of the lead.
And from what we've seen so far, guys, don't hold your breath.
No good that time. And the ball goes out of bounds. Turned over. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. They're down at the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. Being 41% for the game.
Oo, Paps, wala pa yung Blanche eh. Hindi pa nakagawa ulit.
Pass to Zipser.
Baka maliit na yun, Paps, kasi may Blanche nang na-upload eh. Susunod na lang yung improvement.
And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough. Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
53% in the second quarter. Good ball movement, yielding good looks. Buckets passes to Zipser. To the middle. Here's Boozer, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Very well. 56% for the floor here in the second quarter. To the paint. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, Jordan Clarkson, a nice, efficient look there. Boy, that'll help your percentages.
1:46 left to play here in the half. Zipser kicks to Tice. Here's Akpanov. It's good from long range. Buckets got 12 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
The machine passes to Big Smooth. Here's the machine to the inside. Here's Big Smooth, and it's blocked. Here's the machine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Daniel Tice.
With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
Williams, he's checked in for Silk. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. Here's Zipser. He's got 6. Boozer trying to get open. They get it back.
And while we got a chance, let's look at some numbers for the machine. He's averaging 6 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. Not his best production, and I expect him to break through and get back on track soon.
I think he's been pressing a little bit too much, Greg. He just needs to relax and let the game come to him.
Zipser's shot is off.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Pass to Schroeder. Six to shoot. Passes it to Boozer. The turnaround jumper. And the shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now. I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Here's prime time. The pass to Big Smooth. Gets it off.
Well, tremendous defense from Dennis Schroeder. He is willing to give extra effort on that end of the floor.
And so it's the home team finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it, Shaq-like? Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of this. They haven't made that a priority.
And now with the second half about to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game here from Big Smooth in this one.
And the way he goes at defenders, he is bound to get to the line just like he did there in that first half.
I have to love his tenacity. This guy stays in attack mode, makes defenders work, tries to keep them off balance.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. The captain out there with Captain Clutch. Then there's Jordan Clarkson. Then it's Silk, and it's Big Smooth in at the 4 spot. Pass to Schroeder. It's Nowitzki, top of the key. Let's go. Here's Tice. He can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Schroeder kicks to Zipser. Looking to get back on track here. And it's Schroeder missing. Got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's the captain. He's guarded by Schroeder. It's blocked, but they recover it. Pass to the captain. From deep. Good on the triple. The captain's got 9 points.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Schroeder looking around. Passes it to Zipser. Nowitzki outside. There's the pass to Zipser. Fires, high post. That one off the back iron and out.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Captain Clutch passes to the captain. Down low. It's blocked. And here's Boozer. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
Mr. Moves checked in for the captain. Kept alive. Here's Tice. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
It's rebounded by Tice, shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Here's Schroeder, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Schroeder's got 13 points.
Well, the Dennis Schroeder show is cooking on all cylinders right now. The defense has no answer.
And it goes down 2 points.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
And the layup's good off the glass. And it's 8 points for Big Cat. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. It's tipped. Here's the break. Goes up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And this is what you want on both ends. To win the battle of effort.
And that's exactly what you can control, right? Your desire, your hustle, your will to succeed.
Cool Hands checked in for Silk. Gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. To the middle and stolen by Kamen. And here we go. Here's Zipser. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter. Right around 85. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Cool Hands passes to Pete. Right block shot. But they get it back. Pass to Captain Clutch. Here's Cool Hands. Cracks in the tray. 8 points for him.
And they've gotten very aggressive on the offensive glass here in the second half, getting a lot of second chance points.
Here's Schroeder. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Schroeder's got 4 this quarter.
We know this. Dennis Schroeder at the point guard position is a thirsty scorer.
Passes it to Captain Clutch. Here's Mr. Moves. And it's off from 3-point range. Drawn even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's Zipser. 13 points in the game. The pass to B. Schroeder outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. That shot is off.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And Nowitzki wide open. He fires from outside off the mark. Here's P, and a little luck that time, but it drops. P's got his second bucket of the night.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
Here's Schroeder trying to get open as Nowitzki. A shot missing.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. While we have a break in the action, now let's check out the league's best shooting teams.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now here's Schroeder. He's got 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Schroeder's got 6 here in this quarter.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Pass to Cool Hands. Out left to the wing. Takes the 13-footer. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. P's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
Cool Hands passes to P. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Well, this is their pace. This is exactly how they want to play. A little fast, a little loose.
Here's Schroeder. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
This guy has quality wingspan for his size. Dennis Schroeder can adapt and adjust to defensive pressure.
Williams, he's checked in for Cool Hands. That one misses for Schroeder.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Drills it from outside. That's 7 points for the Machine.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it, Greg? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Smallest 5 increase.
1:57 left in the 3rd quarter. Here's Schroeder. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Schroeder's got 21 in the game.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period, they're still behind. Someone else has got to step up.
Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the 3-point shot.
Doing it well here in the 3rd, about 50%.
Timeout.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Boozer, he's checked in for Benson. Here's Boozer. 6 points for him. Passes to the doctor. Schroeder outside. Inside. Akpinar. Williams with the block. Here's the captain. It's deflected. Here's Big Smooth. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
That's his second.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
At the line, Big Smooth. Taking 2 shots.
first one falls for him. And so he hits both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
.58 seconds left here in the third quarter. The kick out to Boozer. 5 to shoot. It's deflected. And the pass to Big Smooth. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell. And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
They need this, and that's 2 points on the layup. Schroeder's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now, the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
14 feet away. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Pass to Big Smooth. Tries from the block. Nice touch on the bank shot. Big Smooth got 25 points.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jumper.
And so it's the home team sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Cobra out there with the doctor. Then there's Boss. Then there's Buckets. And it's Wagner in its center. Doris, when you look at the success of international players, and the league has a litany of very good international players, Doncic being the latest success story, is the perception changing about these kids when they come from overseas and play in the NBA?
Well, one of the greatest, and to me, the greatest international player of all time, Dirk Nowitzki, a Hall of Fame player, probably changed the perception to start with. Now, listen, over the years, Luka is going to have perhaps a Hall of Fame career if he stays healthy. The reality is this. The NBA is looking for the best players to man those 15 roster spots of the 30 NBA teams. It doesn't matter where you're from, what the color of your skin is. If you can play the game of basketball and play it at the highest level, the NBA wants you to be a part of their league.
Boss passes to the doctor. And too long on the shot.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
The doctor. That's his first personal foul. At the line, the captain. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. Gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's the captain. They get it again. It's tipped. Doris, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
And the first one at the line is good. Captain Clutch, he's checked in for prime time. Second free throw, no good. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Offensive rebound. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, how about the effort on the glass? Even with this lead, I love that they're still going after it.
Pass to Wagner. The 19-foot shot. No good on the shot.
A contested mid-range shot can't be what they were looking for there.
Well, especially with that defensive player in the area. You know he's going to find a way to get into the shooter and make him uncomfortable.
Giffey, wide open, couldn't capitalize.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
A quick shot there, and it's off target.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Captain Clutch. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Well, after netting one in the first half, that's the second deep ball to go down for this guy.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Boss, no good. Gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Pass to Captain Clutch. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more 3-point attempts than 2-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more 3-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And think about the Houston Rockets. In each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than 2s. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area 2s, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and 3-point shots. And everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
Jacks up a 3. Gets a hand on it, and Wagner pulls it down. Being not great, 40% for the game. Here's Akpinar. Drops one in from the wing.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. The captain passes to Williams. Here's Captain Clutch. Got a hand on it. Here's the Cobra. Makes good on the step-back jumper. The Cobra's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Here's Captain Clutch, and stolen by Kamen. Here's Boss. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Boss. Williams with the block. And stolen by Kamen. Boss passes to Buckets. The pass to Wagner. Right wing. Here's Boss. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Captain Clutch. Looks for Kamen. Gets it to him. Here's Akpinar. Yes, that goes in.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Here's Silk. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Pass to Keene. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
And he can't get the first one.
2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. And the home team has possession. The machine passes to the captain. Out to the right wing. Here's the machine. Here's Big Smooth, and it's in there. Big Smooth got 10 points in just the second half.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Here's the Cobra. He's guarded by Williams. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Captain Clutch passes to Big Smooth. The kick out to Williams. Here's Big Smooth, and that one is stuffed right through.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Boss. Pass to Kamen. Or some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. And he comes up with the deuce. And that's 31 points for Big Smooth.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
Got a piece of it. Here's Boss. Lets it go. Misses the jumper.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
The Cobra passes to Keeman. Here's Big Smooth, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
The doctor's checked in for ABC. To the right side. Here's the doctor. That one doesn't go. From deep three-point range, and Wagner pulls it down. Here's the Cobra. Passes it to Boss. Here's the Cobra. He's guarded by Williams. Now the pass to Buckets. Shot clock at 5. Here's Boss. Doesn't go that time.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Here's Big Smooth. Fires from the corner. Basket good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And so they get the victory here at home. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Dorisburg, Kate